Today's adventure begins here at the Live Casino Hotel in Philly. I am leaving Pennsylvania today. Philadelphia, I stayed on the other side of the tower up there, overlooking, kind of had a city view, but not really, kind of, sort of, but more of a parking lot view. If you head that way past the property, Citizens Bank Park, where the Phillies play, where I saw the Rays get swept. Rays are not having a good year. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. I am happy to announce, as I take my backpack off here, that I am going home for about 4 days. For about 4 or 5 days, give or take a day. I'm not really looking at this as being home, but I am going home, take care of a couple things, and then I'm departing again until the end of the month. But I'm going to be spending all of October, from October 1st to the end of October. I should be in Central Florida, and I am not going anywhere. So this is like a little lull in my travels. I have been gone for 57 days, if I have counted correctly, since I departed MCO. 1 day after 8 weeks, 2 months, 8 full weeks, I have been gone traveling all over the place. I've been everywhere. I went to Toronto, did a lot of US stuff, California for a while, here in Pennsylvania. Now I'm going home. I was originally going to fly Delta Airlines. They had a layover in Atlanta. I didn't want to do a layover today. I didn't want to do a connecting flight, but canceled that. Booked an airline I really do not care for, American. With them, direct flight. I'll be home a lot earlier than I was going to be, and there will probably be no issues with weather having a connecting flight. So crossing my fingers that works out. Fly an American, see what happens. I'm going home after 8 weeks for a few days, and then I'm leaving again. But at least I can see my own house. I'm inviting you to join me for a travel day. Shall you? Bags are packed up, more compact, even since the last flight I took. I have everything crammed in here. I mean, it is nothing else can fit in there. In fact, the Crocs that I've been wearing, I had to throw them away. I took the gibbets off, so I'm taking the gibbets for little memories, because those Crocs really served a purpose on this trip. But there's no room, and I do not want to do check-on baggage. I despise check-on baggage. I want to have everything either on me or above my head on a plane, unless there's like a major exception. So everything is crammed in here. I could always buy a new pair of Crocs. I go through clothes on the road, underwear, socks, Crocs, things like that. All those can be repurchased. No reason to shove a bunch of dirty socks in here. So I just wear them a couple days, discard of them. All right, I'm gonna get going. All right, rolling the dice with American Airlines. Uber's about to pull away, just dropped me off. Heading in. Yeah, the last 3 or 4 flights on American did not go so well, but you know what? Direct flight hopefully will work out. Also, forgot to mention, today is Friday the 13th. As the recording of this, Friday the 13th, Friday, September 13th. What could go wrong, right? What if out of all the travel flights that I've done over the past few months that I've had issues with, the best flight experience is on an airline that I don't care for on Friday the 13th. What if it ends up being the best day ever? I'm putting that out there. It's kind of interesting. It's like a little art design thing here. Goes up top. It almost looks like this area is under construction, but I believe it's finished and it's supposed to look like this. Heading to gate C29 once they go through the checkpoints and all that. Also still do not have front of the line, whatever they call it. I need coffee, I'm not thinking correctly. Hopefully when I'm home for all of October, I can get all that dialed in. Word I was looking for is pre-check, but in reality, because I'm going to be starting international travels next year, 2025, I need to get global entry. So again, I'm not really considering this really going home. It's just a stop off at home, if that makes sense, for a few days. But October, And then November I'm traveling a lot, December I'm traveling a lot, October is going to be that little month-long lull where I can reconnect with celebration at my home, in my house, and get some things done and get dialed in for the start of next year. But November and December, still a lot of U.S. travels, just kind of like how the last few months have been. I got a bookstore in here. You can also get a last-minute cheesesteak if you so choose. I think I had my fill of cheesesteak, so I'm going to pass on that, but I do need a coffee. Oh, here's one I've never even heard of. Elixir Coffee? What the heck is this? Elixir Coffee. I've never even heard of Elixir. There's no one in line. All right, I just inquired. They have 6 or 7 locations. There's 4 or 5 here in Philadelphia. It started here in Philly. They have a couple in Nashville. And he even said they're going to have one opening in Hawaii. I didn't even think to see where it was going to be in Hawaii, but yeah, Elixir Coffee, Philadelphia-based coffee brand, a little drip coffee. Cheers. Look at this. There's Rocky right there. Rocky's everywhere here. Benjamin Franklin and Rocky taking over this town. This is kind of neat. What do they call this? 2D? It's not 3D. It's supposed to look like bringing an art piece, a drawing with like a pen and paper or number 2 pencil and paper to life in a lot of ways. That's kind of what this is. I think there used to be a faux place in Orlando that kind of, it might even still be open, that was similar to this type of theming. Now look at the chair right there. It looks like you would be sitting on the drawing itself. And look at this stove. Same kind of thing in that little high chair. I always like to show merchandise that has where I'm departing from, and then when I arrive to the other place, show the other place. It's also hard to find anything that says Philadelphia on it that does not have a sports team on it. They love their sports here. There are a lot of departures. My departure is located right here. It looks like there's a new gate. C-29, flight 2502, if I'm reading that correctly. 151 is when I'm departing. It's like a 2.5 hour flight, so I'll be getting the MCO at a pretty reasonable hour. My original Delta flight was going to depart like around 4 or 5 p.m. with that layover. I believe it was in Atlanta, and I was going to arrive around 9:30 or 10. And I thought, you know what, why don't I just book something else that's direct and get to Orlando around the same time as my original flight was going to take off. So that's what I went with. Let's see what happens. I was just like seeing what happens. That's a good, yeah, that's kind of what I just do. I just see what happens. I just do stuff and see what happens. Now, this is not my plane, but just kind of showing, just walking around a little bit, stretching the legs. Starting to feel a little bit better after my Run Disney event I did 4 or 5 days ago, whatever it was. Legs are starting to feel kind of like back to normal, not cramping up as much, and the knees are not hurting as bad as they were. It wasn't anything major, but definitely feeling a little better than I was immediately the day or two afterwards. Also, this coffee's pretty decent. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's good. I'd get it again. All right, I think this is my plane. Not this one here. This one pulling in. Boards in 39 minutes. That's my plane. The one and only plane of the day. No connecting flight. No second takeoff. No second landing. If all goes well anyway. That's it right there. The number on the back is N193UW. For anyone keeping track. Don't know what that means, but that's the number on the back of the plane. Definitely have plenty of positive things to say about Delta Airlines. In fact, I have frequent flyer miles with them, so if I need to cancel something and rebook at another time, it's no big deal. It just kind of goes on hold for 18 months, at least a year, maybe even 18 months. I can reuse those dollar amounts again. But I do love flying with Delta. I love the lounges. I love all that. The only thing I would say, the only one negative, is they really don't have a whole heck of a lot of direct flights. The non-direct flight to certain places is kind of an issue. A little bit of an issue. But that's about the only thing I could say, so that's why I'm choosing American today. I'm sitting in seat 14F today. 14F, I think it's a window seat.
3 here. An A321 with a 222 revision. Right on the wing. Not a lot of leg room this far back, but at least no connecting flight. My wallet. Nice and secured right there. That's my go-to airline now. What I would have been flying, but I'm not. The sky looks pretty good too, so shouldn't have any issues with takeoff. Then again, I don't know how Florida is. Also, side note, I have not seen rain as far as I can remember in 2 months. However, in Florida, from what I'm hearing, it's been raining every day. luggage tag fell off. Got it in my pocket, but Pepe Le Pew is now in my pocket. The gate link awaits. I think this is called the gate link. Every place calls it something different. This is basically a little monorail transportation device that goes over to the baggage pickup and car pickup. I don't have any bags to pick up, but gotta meet a car. Maybe it's not called the gate link. It's called the APM. My mom and dad are both going to be picking me up. I have left my car and let them utilize it for a second vehicle because they only have one car for the 8 weeks. 8 weeks plus 1 day if my calculations are. It is called the gate link. But they're both going to pick me up. Looking forward to seeing them. I'll catch up with them. Might even have dinner at my parents' house and then grab my car and head back home to my house in Celebration. They're about 40 minutes from my place. I can hear the gate link pulling in.
Please stand clear of doors and hold on to handrails. The doors are now closing.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta get a zip tie to put my luggage tag back on there.
The doors are now closing.
Pepe Le Pew. It's very overcast and very cloudy, something I have not seen in a while. Pretty much had unclouded weather the last couple of months. I think I'm trying to even recall if I've even seen rain in the last 2 months. A lot has happened in 2 months since I've been gone.
Doors and hold on to handrails.
There's a planter. Yeah, not necessarily a lot has happened here since I've been gone, but I have accomplished a lot in the last 2 months. Especially when you're busy every day, you can get a lot done in 8 weeks. It's been a couple months, buddy. It's been a couple months. So I have this new, basically well, like I said, October I'm going to be around a lot, but November, December I'm traveling a lot. So I'll be home a lot of October, but a lot of plane flights, on the road stuff, November and December. But starting in 2025, I don't want to ever leave home more than about 2 weeks to 20 days at a time. That's my goal anyway. Back in the land of WD, back in the land of Walt Disney World. I guess land and world combined. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Again, I'm only here for like 4, maybe 5 days, give or take a day. Then I'm gone. Just to put things in perspective on how long I've been gone, how my trip on this 2 months extravaganza started off 57 days ago, give or take a day. I'm not sure if that's exactly right, but I'll call it 8 weeks. I was going to be leaving out of here, and there was an issue with the flights. So I didn't get out the day I was thinking I was going. I was stuck in the airport for a day of the first day of travel, and I stayed in the hotel here at the Hyatt, and I stayed outside over the runway. So if you recall that is the last time I was home. That seems like forever ago. Forever? And I think I'm going to get a second cup of coffee now. I think I'm going to have I had a cup earlier. Did not have anything on the plane, didn't opt into any snacks, like a 2.5 hour flight. Very, very cramped. The seats were really cramped. The seat I was in was a window seat, which was nice. The person beside me kind of morphing over into my seat, so I was kind of sitting like this. Usually I have a little bit bigger seat. There weren't even any of the extra seats. So usually I've been trying to do first class just because I'm not on the thin side and I have long legs. But sometimes that doesn't work out, and then other times I will end up getting the row behind that, which are extended legroom. Those were all gone as well. I tried to upgrade because I did not fly on my usual Delta Airlines. Thankfully, the Delta Airlines flight that originally had scheduled, which had a connecting flight, would have been taking off right now, and now I'm already back. So that's a good thing. So I can handle a 2.5 hour flight being scrunched up like this. Cross-country flight, that's tough. So cross-country, not into the being scrunched in like this, but I can handle it for a couple hours. I can tolerate it. One thing is for sure, as I wait here to be picked up,
Definitely a lot more humid here. I can feel the pea soupness in the air. In fact, even before I got outside, I noticed it. Even before I got outside, I noticed it. The pea soupness. If you want to know what humidity in Florida is like, you know when you take a hot shower, like a really hot shower, and you go outside the bathroom and you go out in the rest of your house, and then you remember, oh, you know what, I forgot something in the bathroom. I forgot my brush in there. I forgot the deodorant, something. Then you walk back in and you're like, holy cow, what did I just do? That hot shower is very humid. That's what it feels like when you walk outside. I was thinking about ending the video here, but I might wait. Or I could do bonus footage. That's what I'll do. I'll end the video here, but there's, spoiler alert, there's going to probably be bonus footage because I want to show some of the stuff that I brought home that I somehow was able to shove in there. There's popcorn buckets in there, magnets, souvenirs, trinkets, knickknacks, all in there. I'm a magician when it comes to cramming things like a clown car full of items inside there. So I'm going to end the vlog here and then I'll show the unpacking on my kitchen table when I get back home. I almost forgot I had a kitchen and I had a kitchen table. What happens when 2 months without stepping foot in a house that you bought, you forget that you even have said house. Second coffee of the day. Thanks for watching. I'm back in Florida again for a very short time. This is not a relaxing time at home, but it is a time to take care of some stuff and then leave again. But at least I'm home. This is a teaser. It's a tease for me to be home. Looking forward to being home all of October. This is a teaser for October for myself. But it feels good to be back. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. The vlog is over. All right. Bonus footage. 2-month, 57-ish day merchandise, lanyard, badge, accessories, trinket, etc. haul. It's a little echoey in my house, but it feels good to be home. Don't ask me how I got what clothes I had left over, items, and all of this in my luggage. But I somehow crammed the living crud out of all of it and made it all fit. So over the last 2 months, I did a lot of stuff. I did a heck of a lot of stuff. And if you've been watching for the past 2 months, 8 weeks, some of this might ring a bell. But I'm going to kind of narrate what it is. So I hope you're here for it. So I went to a Rhythm Collision Punk show. I got a CD. I got this Frozen LP at D23. I got this Donuts and Glory at the show I went to. This is Rhythm Collision, one of my favorite bands. This is the set list they played. And here's the set times. That's back on August 3rd in Anaheim. I got this Rolly Crump Presents Magic. Got that at Walt's Barn. I bought this the other day in Philly. I got this from Universal Studios when they were doing the Glamour Tram stuff, as well as that. I got that in Philadelphia. Right over there. At the game. Got these from D23. Here's my badges. Doesn't it feel like a lifetime ago? This is the money I got when I exchanged for the money when I went to Toronto to see the Blue Jays against the Rays at the Geno's Steak when I was in Philly, Walt Disney Imagineering. When I did the tour. No, actually I got that at D23 also. Just like, remember that right there. Coins from Canada, Loonies and Toonies. I went up to the Tomorrowland Skyland Terrace the other night. I don't know if I put that on camera, but I went up there and watched the fireworks from up there. I got some stickers here as well from the studios, or the studio tour. My first game at Rogers Center, which was my ballpark 26. I've now done all 30. This was the word sign. Got that from Toronto also. Someone gave me this from D23. Welcome to the Dino Institute. Here's me and my friend Greg at the Cardinals game. More of the Universal 60th Anniversary Tram Tour. My buddy Tiki J gave me this, a correspondent for Adventureland. Here's my Knott's photo there, going on the log ride. More Knott stuff. Went to another punk show, saw Into Another in Game Face. Be Well, which used to be a band, singer used to be in Battery. I got the little squishy
Glamour Tram. I got the Glamour Tram popcorn bucket that I've wanted for a while right there with Woody Woodpecker down in there, which is awesome. I got my Tomater Vampire popcorn bucket from DCA. I got this exclusive, which now they do not sell at Disneyland, Hatbox Ghost sipper. I got my D23 cards that the magician did the trick with. I got my Hotel Victoria from Toronto. Justice Card gave me this. I got my Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights lanyard. I got this from Hollywood Boulevard. I got more Mickey pins. I got my D23 Gold Member Mickey pin from D23. Here's my half marathon lanyard and or medallion. I went to Midsummer Scream. All of this while I was gone. I got these from the Back to the Future Mall that is now going to be closing. They have announced they're going to close it. I got this Roger Rabbit at D23. Other assorted things. I went to the City Museum in St. Louis. I went to this castle here. I think that was in Toronto. That's a magnet. This is another magnet. The other day at the cemetery I went to, a race car of Johnny DeLuca. Here's another magnet. 13.1 miles I just ran. I think someone handed me that when I was somewhere there. This little pin. Here's the gold bat from Midsummer. Phillies pin. I did the official VIP studio tour. Got that pin. Got some Oogie Boogie Bash pins. Some Disneyland pins. Some stickers. More pins. Some Delta cards. Just a few, just a small percentage of some of the flights I flew on Delta. I got to somehow mount that back on my luggage. Pepe Le Pew. I got some little things here from Imagineering. Yes. Oh, also this I got from the Sky Lounge, Sky area, this Tomorrowland Terrace Sky thing. This is what they serve the food in. And as far as I know, you cannot get that anywhere else on property right now. They serve like little sandwiches in there, and you get to keep that as a little souvenir. All right, that's it for bonus footage. Thanks for watching. I'm home for a few days.